creepy mannequins come to life, nightmares fill storefronts. Hey there, folks. Today, I'm going to share a bone-chilling story that will make you question your decision to fall asleep tonight. Brace yourselves as we dive into the world of mannequins, those expressionless figures that populate storefronts. You might want to keep a night light on for this one. Now, mannequins have always had a certain eerie quality, haven't they? Those frozen smiles and vacant eyes can send shivers down anyone's spine. But what if I told you that these lifeless beings could come to life when the sun sets? Yes, my friends, we're talking about mannequins that roam the night, lurking in the shadows of your favorite stores. The story begins in a small town named Sleepwell, where a quaint little boutique named Threads of Terror opened its doors. The owners, Mr. and Mrs. Macabre, had a peculiar fascination with mannequins. They believed that these inanimate objects had a secret life of their own, and they were determined to prove it. As the days went by, curious customers started to notice something peculiar. They claimed to witness slight movements out of the corner of their eyes. They swore that mannequins would change positions or even switch places overnight. At first, people dismissed these stories as mere imagination. But soon, the truth became undeniable. One evening, a young girl named Lily, who happened to be passing by Threads of Terror, peered through the window. To her astonishment, she saw a mannequin blink. She rubbed her eyes, thinking it was a trick of the light, but when she looked again, she saw the mannequin move its arm. Filled with both fear and curiosity, Lily decided to investigate further. She snuck into the store one night, armed with her trusty flashlight and a camera. As she tiptoed through the dimly lit boutique, the eerie silence sent chills down her spine. Every now and then, she would catch a glimpse of a mannequin's shadow, moving ever so slightly. Suddenly, Lily heard a rustling sound coming from behind her. She turned around, her heart pounding in her chest. To her horror, she saw a mannequin stepping down from its pedestal, its lifeless eyes fixed on her. She froze, unable to move, as more mannequins started to come to life, surrounding her in a circle. Lily couldn't believe her eyes. She noticed that each mannequin had a different expression, some with malicious grins and others with sorrowful eyes. It was as if their plastic faces hid a myriad of emotions ready to be unleashed upon the world. As the mannequins closed in on her, Lily remembered something she had read about them. Legend had it that mannequins were created by a mysterious sculptor who infused them with the souls of lost souls. These trapped spirits longed to be free, and at night, they would possess the mannequins, seeking revenge on the living. With this revelation, Lily summoned her courage and raised her camera. She started taking pictures rapidly, hoping to capture evidence of this terrifying encounter. The mannequins, sensing her defiance, let out a collective scream that shook the entire store. But Lily pressed on, determined not to let fear overpower her. With each flash of the camera, the mannequins grew weaker, their movements slowing down. It seemed that the captured souls were losing their grip on their plastic vessels. Lily continued taking photos until one by one, the mannequins collapsed to the ground, returning to their lifeless state. Exhausted but victorious, Lily rushed out of the store, clutching her photos as proof of her harrowing ordeal. She shared her story with the townsfolk, who couldn't believe what had happened. But as they looked at the pictures, frozen expressions of terror etched on their faces, they had no choice but to accept the truth. From that day forward, mannequins became objects of fear and caution. Store owners started locking their doors at night and avoided displaying mannequins altogether. The once thriving storefronts became empty, void of those eerie figures that had come to life. So, my friends, the next time you pass by a store window and catch a glimpse of a mannequin's frozen smile, remember Lily's story. Remember that those lifeless figures may not be as harmless as they seem. And ask yourself, is it worth risking a peaceful night's sleep to find out? Stay safe out there and sleep tight, if you can.